Hello and welcome to the Orthodox View, where we discuss the most relevant global news from an Orthodox Christian perspective. I am its host, Philip Champion. Sergei Tkachuk, notoriously known as a participant in 2 assaults on the Kiev-Pechersky Monastery, was presented with a Knight's Cross of the Division. The presentation took place at the OCU Church in Kiev. The award was presented to Tkachuk by Andrei Medvedko, a member of the ultra-right organization C14. This April, he organized a march in honor of the SS Galicia Division in Kiev. Sergei Tkachuk expressed his gratitude for such a high award. The schism is crumbling. The old church in the Vinnytsia region of Ukraine stands empty after being seized by the OCU schismatics. The Orthodox community has to worship at the walls of the empty church. The rector of the captured church, Archpriest Pavel Potlivany, says the following: "It is painful to see the church of the prophet Elias, with its 200 years long history, standing empty. Since the schismatics seized this old church, the village has been divided, and now the faithful of the Ukrainian Orthodox Church and the OCU supporters even go to different shops." Father Pavel explained that OCU supporters don't come to the captured church very often. In 2019, they visited it only 5 times, and in 2020, they did not come at all. This year, there was a visitor, a priest from the OCU, but he refused to celebrate at the church because there were only 3 people there. The parish of the Canonical Church continues to struggle for their church and courts. Behind the parishioners are already 16 sessions of the court. Save churches in Ethiopia. The Secretary for Inter-Christian Affairs of the Moscow Patriarchate's Department for External Church Relations, Hieromonk Stefan Igumnov, called upon the world community to pay attention to the city of Lalibela in Ethiopia. There are rock churches from the list of UNESCO World Heritage Sites which can be gravely affected in the course of armed clashes. I quote, "If the ancient city of Lalibela, a treasure of global and Christian culture, becomes an object of clashes between the fighting parties in Ethiopia, it may lead to an irretrievable tragedy to the whole humanity. Damage can be done to churches which are the world cultural property, unique property. The whole world community should focus its eyes on Lalibela so that no holy stone may be damaged." Hieromonk Stefan added that the complex of the 12th-13th century monolithic churches carved in rocks is a masterpiece of the primeval architecture in the African continent. Armed clashes in Ethiopia have continued for many years, accompanied with attacks against Ethiopian Christians. A new church built within 94 days. A church dedicated to the Nativity of the Mother of God was consecrated in Ukraine. It was built within only 3 months after supporters of the so-called Orthodox Church of Ukraine seized by force the church at the Ludovice village, Shumsk district, Ternopil region. Metropolitan Sergei of Ternopil and Kremenets brought the miracle-working icon of the Mother of God from the Pachayev Monastery of the Dormition, with which the numerous flock and clergy of the new church marched in a procession with a cross. This is all for now. Thank you, and see you next time on the Orthodox View.